Crafted by Corie's Minis Challenge, Patriotic. Links to Corie's channels and the playlist will be in the description box. If you enjoy beautiful home decor on a budget with a farmhouse or a coastal feel, or even like trash to treasures or thrift flips, you should pop over to Corie's channel and subscribe. To complete this shield, I'm starting out with a wood round I found at Walmart, and I'm using a ceramic bowl to make my first circle of 3 that I need to complete the shield. And for the second one, I found a bowl that was a little smaller, and I went ahead and just did the same thing and went around with my pencil with the trace. And for the final ring, I found a tumbler to use that would encase the white star that will be in the center of the shield. After cleaning up excess pencil marks, I used bright red to start my first ring, and I put the initials for red, white, red, and blue so that I would not make a mistake as I was going around. I'm using Award Blue to fill in the center of the shield, and this is the closest blue that I have that matches what Cap's shield really looks like. And for the final part, I used a stencil I found at DollarTree, and I traced out the star to make sure that I had it in the center. And then I just filled it in with white matte apple barrel paint. I cleaned up my paint bleed through with extra Award Blue. I found this little doggy at Dollar Tree, and I thought it was just adorable, so I'm going to use him in my patriotic decor. So I'm just giving him some jet black matte apple barrel to fill in the majority of the body. Then I use matte white for his tail and to go around a little spot on the top of his head and his ears. Ballet slipper from Waverly for his nose and the inside of his ears. Then I added light mocha and then mixed in just a bit of white. Then I gave him brown eyes. I had painted over the black dot that I had put there before and gave him some better eyeballs. And it looked to me like this was a bandana around his neck. So I just filled this in with a ward blue and then added some dots of bright red and white from Apple Barrel. So he had a nice patriotic bandana. Using a wooden domino and a craft stick, I'm going to make him a patriotic top hat. Just snipping the craft stick to size to fit the bottom of the domino and making sure that it's going to be a snug enough fit between his ears. I just hot glue those pieces together, and then I took a little bit of Aleene's tacky glue and a patriotic napkin and just decoupage that over the little hat, and it was ready for his head. I hope you're enjoying my DIYs so far, and I hope you'll consider subscribing. I do farmhouse, modern, glam, thrift flips, walkthroughs, hauls, a little bit of everything on my channel. So I really hope that you'll come back as a subscriber. And here he is. Isn't he the cutest guy with his patriotic accessories? Took 7 tumbling tower blocks. I glued together 3 sections and then separately 4 sections so that I could have some standing pieces to apply my Mickey stamps to. And once the glue was dry, I painted each piece with red, white, and blue. Paint was dry. I used my Mickey stamps that I found in Joann's and some black ink, and I stamped one image on each section of my patriotic wood pieces. A little bit of trouble with the ears on this one, but after I tried to stamp it one more time, I just left it like that because it kind of looked like an old billboard or poster. And here I'm just showing you the pack of all the different stamps that were included. And here they are with the patriotic bead garland that I made in a previous video. I think they go together very well. And here I'm taking the red and the blue beads off, and I'm going to apply them to this lid with a bit of hot glue so that I will have a patriotic berry pie. I pushed the red beads to see about how many I'm going to need to cover half of the lid, and then I dump them out and apply hot glue to only half of the lid. With a good first layer down, I apply more hot glue and then put more beads on top with the whole side facing to the side so that all you see is the smooth side and it actually looks more like berries. And then I repeated the same steps with the blue ones so that I have half cherry, half blueberry. And to go around the side, I'm going to apply this red and white gingham just to trim out the side of this little mini pie tin. And then as a finishing touch, I'm going to add a bit of caulking I found at Dollar Tree, and this will be my faux whipped cream, just to top off this pie and make it look even more scrumptious for my tier tray. And I think this little gnome is going to try to swipe a piece of this pie. It's looking pretty good. And for this final project, I'm using this garden stake with the blue truck and the flag and a few G.I. Joes that I found at Dollar Tree in the toy aisle. And then after pulling the tabs down, I was able to pop the stake off the back of the truck. And I just pushed the tabs back up and see how I needed to line it up so I could glue it to the crate. And I just used a bit of hot glue on those same tabs to get the truck to stay adhered to the front of the crate. And just a few more little squirts of hot glue to kind of help it to be stabilized. And then I added some hot glue to the G.I. Joe figures and stuck them to the back side of the truck near where the bed is, so it looked like they were in the back of the truck, you know, at a parade, waving to everybody that was attending the parade. And I chose these guys because, you know, the song from the cartoon was G.I. Joe's, they're real American heroes. So I thought this would be really cute since they're so small for a tier tray. And here is my completed Patriotic Hero tier tray. Captain America is the captain of all of America, so he's every hometown's hero. He doesn't like bullies and he stands up for the little guy. G.I. Joe, they're America's heroes as well. I thought that was appropriate. The pie is not a hero, but it's patriotic. The puppy is pretty cute with his patriotic decor. And Mickey Mouse brings happiness to everyone. And Disney has some pretty awesome fireworks at July 4th. So I thought that would be pretty cool to add some Mickey stuff. Thanks for watching. Please enjoy the entire playlist.